Welcome to NBA Breakdown Nation. We're diving deep into the world of basketball, and today we're exploring the controversial journey of Kawhi Leonard. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more insights. He is the Terminator of 3 dynasties, yet now he is the target of everyone's criticism. A single video documents the dark journey of Kawhi Leonard. In 2011, 20-year-old Kawhi Leonard was selected 15th overall by the Indiana Pacers and then traded to the San Antonio Spurs in exchange for George Hill. In this deal, the Pacers also included the 42nd pick, the nine-fingered shrine Beltan C. Although it seems like the Spurs made a huge profit in hindsight, Popovich did not approve of this trade at that time. Leonard's college three-point shooting percentage was only 25%. With a weak offense but strong defense, and he was severely one-dimensional. Meanwhile, DeJounte Murray was Popovich's favored protege, seen as the successor to Tony Parker. Thanks to the strong support from the chief assistant coach, Budenholzer, the Spurs chose Kawhi, and the legacy of the Spurs dynasty was able to continue. If Kawhi had not been selected by the Spurs, he would most likely not have achieved what he has today. In his first year in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard shot a 37.6% three-point field goal percentage, a qualitative improvement from his college performance. This was, of course, not self-taught. The Spurs had the best shooting coach in the league. Both Tony Parker and Kawhi improved their shooting under his guidance. At that time, the NBA was essentially a rivalry between the Spurs and the Miami Heat. To counter LeBron James, the Spurs signed the veteran Tracy McGrady in 2013. McGrady not only played the role of a decoy in practice, but also taught Kawhi how to handle the ball offensively. As the first disciple of McGrady, to this day, Kawhi's step-back mid-range game still carries McGrady's shadow. Although it was Kawhi's 2 missed shots that cost the Spurs the championship in the 2013 finals, in 2014, the Spurs came back with a vengeance. Their fluid offense and highly targeted defense easily dismantled the Heat. Kawhi, in his third year, was matched up against LeBron James and won the Finals MVP. He not only avenged the previous loss, but also ended the Heat's pursuit of a three-peat. This was the first dynasty that Kawhi terminated. Kawhi was only 22 years old when he won the Finals MVP, making him the third youngest in NBA history to achieve this feat. It is worth mentioning that when Kawhi was 17, his father was shot and killed. The loss of his father at a young age contributed to his reserved and quiet personality. The final game of the 2014 finals was on June 15th, which happened to be Father's Day. That year, although Kawhi was efficient, he did not have much ball handling responsibility. His true usage rate was only 24.7%, roughly the same as Danny Green's. The ball handling responsibilities in the Spurs were still largely concentrated in the hands of Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and even Boris Diaw. To ensure the health of the veterans, Popovich often came up with some bizarre reasons for resting players, such as Duncan's mad cow disease and Ginobili's tight hips. These factors to some extent influenced Kawhi's future professional attitude. In 2015, the Spurs signed the all-star power forward LaMarcus Aldridge to succeed Duncan. Kawhi continued to evolve, winning the Defensive Player of the Year award for 2 consecutive years. In an era dominated by centers on defense, he became the first perimeter player in history to win back-to-back DPOYs. Under his leadership, the Spurs also won 60 games in 2 consecutive seasons. The Twin Towers seamlessly connected with the GDP, Ginobili, Parker, Duncan era, and the future of the Silver and Black dynasty seemed extremely bright. However, everything changed during the Western Conference Finals in the 2016-2017 season when a clumsy Georgian extended his sinister foot. Since then, Kawhi embarked on his dark journey. In the 6 seasons prior, Kawhi had a good attendance record, averaging more than 65 games per year. However, after being stepped on by Zaza Pachulia, he only played 9 games in the entire 2017-2018 season. During his recovery, he had a conflict with the Spurs management. To put it simply, the Spurs medical staff believed that Kawhi's tendinitis could be managed with rest and that he could return to play. However, Kawhi still felt pain and refused to come back, seeking third-party treatment on his own. From that moment, the trust between the two sides had already collapsed. Moreover, the veteran player's comments in interviews, which clearly favored the team's stance, also made Kawhi feel cold and unappreciated as the face of the new generation. What the Spurs could not accept was that during his recovery, Kawhi, who was limping even when boarding a plane, traveled a long distance to participate in a China tour for promotional purposes and even climbed the Great Wall. The person next to him is Kawhi's uncle, who also serves as his agent and advisor. Since Kawhi's father passed away, he has been Kawhi's support. Although his original intention was to protect Kawhi, some of his actions were too self-centered, and he was also a major driving force behind Kawhi's dark turn, which will be discussed in detail later. Eventually, in the summer of 2018, Kawhi requested a trade. At that time, his contract had only 1 year left, and he had not played for an entire season, so his trade value was limited. Many teams wanted to take advantage of the situation, but only the Toronto Raptors showed sincerity by sending out their franchise player, DeMar DeRozan, the number 9 pick from 2017, Jakob Poeltl, and a first-round pick in 2019. This draft pick eventually selected Keldon Johnson. Although this trade allowed the Spurs to cut their losses in a timely manner, losing Kawhi meant a break in their legacy. The Spurs dynasty, which had the potential to continue, was thus shattered. Kawhi's departure ended the second dynasty. Then, in 2019, Kawhi, like a deity descending from the heavens, led the Raptors to defeat the Cosmic Warriors and won his second Finals MVP. After ending LeBron James' pursuit of a three-peat, he also stopped Stephen Curry's. Thus, Kawhi officially completed his mission of terminating 3 dynasties. Although injuries were the main reason for the Warriors' failure, Kawhi was not fully healthy either. He had injured his knee in the second round against the Milwaukee Bucks and played the rest of the season with the injury, which laid the groundwork for his frequent injuries in the future. In the summer of 2019, as a free agent, Kawhi attracted the attention of all the major teams. The Los Angeles Lakers, eager to sign him, hesitated to sign any other free agents in order to create enough cap space for a third max contract. However, Kawhi's agent, Clutch, made exorbitant demands, asking the Lakers for a private jet, a mid-range area, and even a 1% stake in the team. While keeping the Lakers in suspense, he secretly negotiated with the Los Angeles Clippers. The conditions for Kawhi to join the Clippers were that he must be allowed to rest and that the team must acquire a second star. Ultimately, the Clippers sent out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 5 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps to the Oklahoma City Thunder to bring in Paul George. This trade effectively mortgaged the Clippers' future. After joining the Clippers, the management kept their promise and strictly controlled Kawhi's playing time, almost never having him play in back-to-back games, all in the hope that he would be healthy for the playoffs. However, injuries did not spare him. In the second round against the Utah Jazz, Kawhi suffered a torn right knee ACL, ending his season. According to Randy Shelton, the former Clippers strength and conditioning coach, Kawhi's team initially set a recovery time of 730 days, which is 2 full years. But the Clippers management thought it was too long, and eventually, Kawhi returned to the court after only 476 days. You might think I'm being abstract, but in reality, other players with similar injuries like Ball and Isaac rested for 3 years, and Klay Thompson rested for over 2 years. Compared to them, Kawhi's time off was not that long. Perhaps he really didn't rest enough. In the following seasons, he had to undergo maintenance every year. In the 2022-2023 season, he played only 52 regular season games and suffered a meniscus tear in the playoffs, ending his season again. In the 2023-2024 season, he played 68 regular season games but was injured in the playoffs, resulting in 3 consecutive seasons of being ruled out for the year. In the summer of 2024, he first participated in the Olympic training camp but suddenly withdrew halfway through. It was then revealed that he had undergone knee surgery in May and would be out indefinitely for the new season. Over the past 5 years, Kawhi has missed a total of 179 games, with an attendance rate of only 54%, Yet he has earned $320 million from the Clippers. Looking back at his career, it is less about a darkening process and more about doing what ordinary people want to do, but dare not. Athletes have a career that is inherently limited by their youth. Kawhi gave everything he had when he was able to play. When his body could no longer keep up with the intensity of the game, but the halo of his achievements remained, the team had no choice but to pay for his resume. It is just a pity for those who liked him and his teammates who fought alongside him. Once upon a time, Tracy McGrady played with an injection for the team, only to be met with trade rumors and a 7-minute sheriff. Isaiah Thomas played through injuries for the team, not only failing to receive a truckload of money, but also ending his career. If we once lamented for them, who should we sigh for now? As for Kawhi's actions, I cannot approve of them, nor can I condemn them. Thanks for tuning in to NBA Breakdown Nation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Kawhi Leonard's journey, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth basketball analysis. See you next time.